Welcome, everybody. I am glad to welcome you to Kathy's Picks Live today. This is going to be a fast-paced day because we have 10 people, which is a little bit more, a little bit of a challenge to have 10 people come on quickly to stream to you. But I want to start by telling you one of the best parts of my jobs as the CEO and founder of the Photo Managers is interacting with all the companies that have created products to make our jobs easier. Now, when I first started, I have to admit, I was a little intimidated by these companies, and I thought they were just a bunch of strangers, maybe behind the scenes doing things, right? But over the years, as I've gotten to know the CEOs and the founders of these companies, the people that work for them, I realized what a passionate organization they are. People who have started businesses that help us in our photo organizing businesses, and you as the consumer care deeply about your photos, stories, videos. And a lot of them have created their products out of a need that they came across in their own personal lives. For instance, and you'll learn about them, Projector or Ollie or Artifact or Forever or Mileo, all of those companies, actually, the founders came across a problem with their own family photos and decided to create something to solve that problem. So when I put out a call to our photo manager community, I said, who wants to join me on Kathy's Picks Live and share one favorite product or service they use and why? And so I quickly got a huge amount of responses, and we picked 10. And so we are going to jump right in. The first one we're going to do is we're going to ask them to tell us their name, their business name, and then the company that they recommend and why. We're going to start with new technology for home movies and managing our images on our iPhone and telling the stories that you care most about. So first up, we now have Kimberly. So Kimberly, come on.
Hi there. How are you?
Yeah, so Kimberly.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know the split screen was coming.
Just go ahead, Kimberly.
Alrighty. My name is Kimberly Melton. My company is Visual Story Media, and we help people with a lot of things. One of them is their movies. Projector is one of the fun new programs that you can use for your computer. Say you have that 8mm tape. Well, okay, you get it transferred and you watch it on your computer, that little teeny screen. That's kind of bummer. So why don't you put it on your TV, just like Netflix, where you can go and you have the different ways that you can look at it. That is what you can do with Projector. So imagine you're in your living room with your family, eating popcorn and watching your home movies, or even better, maybe you are can send it out to your family so that they can see this wonderful experience and be able to share, even if they can't come to your house. So Projector is a wonderful tool for your toolbox. All righty.
Great, thank you. Yes, Projector and Robert Marks, who's the CEO and founder, created this because he was frustrated in the way that he could see his own family movies. And so it's like Netflix for your home movies. We are linking all these companies in the chat so that you can follow along and learn more about them. So next up, we want to talk about what do we do with all the photos on our iPhone camera roll, right? So Charissa is going to come up next and tell you about a really cool product called Ollie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Charissa Colvin, and I'm the owner and founder of Forget Me Not Photos. And I am so excited to present to you my personal favorite sorting tool, Ollie. Ollie is an adorable purple octopus who can do so much more than show off his tentacles. Ollie is your personal photo assistant, helping you to develop a healthy habit of curating photos from your cluttered camera roll, and is dedicated to helping you enjoy your memories again. Well, I have so many things that I love about Ollie, so let's just dive right in. Do you dread sorting through your camera roll? Let's face it, with thousands of images, you may be asking yourself, where do I begin? With Ollie, you can turn that task into a daily ritual that you'll eagerly look forward to. Ollie uses advanced AI to categorize your photos, making the sorting process not just quick and manageable, but genuinely enjoyable. You'll find yourself happily sorting through batches of photos, and by doing so, freeing up valuable space on your phone. And the power is all yours. While Ollie makes suggestions and even learns your preferences over time, the final say is always yours. Whether it's keeping, deleting, or favoriting a photo, you control your digital memories and how they're curated. Unwanted images are put in the trash, And favorited photos are automatically added to your favorites album in Apple Photos. In addition to all these benefits, Ollie celebrates your milestones with you. Reaching the end of a month's sorting is met with a cheers to you message, a small but thoughtful touch that appreciates your efforts, making you feel like a superstar each time you complete a month of sorting. Ollie was developed with a privacy first approach, meaning all of your photos are processed locally on your device. Your personal memories remain secure and private, free from worry of online exposure. Want to set a daily reminder to work on your photos? No problem. Simply pick the time of day that you want to receive the reminder and get a notification right on your phone. So how does it work? Well, when you download Ollie from the App Store, you'll get a free 3-day trial. After 3 days, you'll have the option to stay with the free version or choose an elevated experience with premium. Opt for Ollie's premium version and enjoy added perks such as superior one-on-one customer service and an ad-free experience. But whatever option you choose, you'll always get a quick response to any issue simply by shaking your phone. It's really cool. Your problem is reported straight to the engineers and they email you back. So in conclusion, Ollie is not just a tool, it's a companion that respects your privacy, understands your preferences, and empowers you to make the most out of your photos. Whether it's finally creating that yearbook that you've been dreaming of or simply enjoying a clutter-free camera roll, Ollie makes it possible. And for me, it's turned photo sorting from a chore into something that I actually look forward to. So happy sorting.
That is so. Thank you. Yes, we love Ollie. It's a great app and it's really fun. It's gamified and Ollie's a really cute character. And as Melissa's there, is also created by the founders. Also, he was frustrated with how he could share his photos with his parents and grandparents, I think back in Israel. And so he used to work for Dropbox and Shalom is his name. And so again, these products are created by people who have the problems that we all have. All right. So next we want to bring back Kimberly, who is going to share a wonderful company called Artifact. So go ahead, Kimberly.
Thank you. Artifacts is fabulous. It is. I'm going to actually share my screen because a picture is worth 1,000 words, and it's much better to see it in picture. So if I can get this. All right. Cathi, can you see my screen or just still me? Up, there we go. Excellent. Just takes a moment. This is my Artifacts. It is a wonderful tool so that you can do more than just share your photos and tell more. You know, photos can't talk. And so what you want to do is tell the story behind the photo. For instance, this one right here is my grandparents. Well, yeah, but who's who? Which one's my great grandfather? Which one's my grandfather, etc. But the one I want to share with you today is this special piece I thought you would really like. This piece is one, my grandmother told me a story when we were talking about her childhood. She had this like wooden dowel thing, couldn't even tell what it was. And she shared with me that her father created this for her when she was in grade school in the mountains of North Carolina, when she had to read a poem for a school function. And he whittled her this rolling pin. Now I know it's a rolling pin. And I said, oh my gosh, write down the poem. So I had her write it in her beautiful handwriting. And I had to put them together. I had to do something with them. So I created this window box with the rolling pin, the piece of paper that she wrote, and the picture of her approximately the time that she did it. And even more importantly, I have a QR code on the back that you can shoot and it'll immediately go to this page right here to tell you about it. It's a wonderful tool for you to share with your family to maybe connect the dots in using the QR code. It's secure. It doesn't compress files, and it helps you share more than just photos. It can tell the history of your family. So I highly recommend Artifacts, and I want you to note there's no second A, so a lot of people really make that mistake in looking at it. And I don't believe I said again, but I'm Kimberly Melton with Visual Story Media, and we have some phenomenal tools for your toolbox today.
As well, Kimberly. And again, I have gotten to know Heather, who is the founder of Artifact. They have great passion to the product that they've created. And I think it's so much more than, like you said, just photos. Like just the ability to tell that story. I've told some stories about some jewelry that doesn't have great value, but it has great personal value to me. And so my kids someday will be able to know the story behind some of the jewelry I have because I've put them in Artifact. So again, those are 3 examples of some great new technology that is there to help you tell those family stories around the items that you care about. So next, we're going to move into the technology around digital photo organizing, right? This is the one that everybody struggles with, wants to know what's the best place to manage this. And it is a very quickly changing, fast moving target in some ways, but these companies, our members are passionate about. We work very closely with these companies. So next up is Marcy, who's going to talk to us about a company called Permanent.
Hi, everyone. I'm Marcy Brennan of Past Present Pics Photo Organizing in New York City. And I'm going to talk to you guys, as Cathi said, about permanent.org. And I just learned about, I learned about permanent.org through the Photo Managers Conference probably in 2018, and I was smitten with them. So let's talk a little bit about who they are and what they do. Permanent.org stands out to me as a cloud storage system that's dedicated to preserving different legacies. But what sets them apart to me is their nonprofit status. And as a nonprofit, they prioritize the preservation of memories over profit margins. And unlike other cloud platforms, they uphold user rights by not demanding you relinquish your copyright, and by safeguarding your privacy, and by not selling your information, and by not using third-party cookies for marketing. Now, as for using the site itself, I found the interface is pretty straightforward and easy to navigate. Once you've created an account, you'll want to have any analog items like photos or documents digitized, and you can upload digital files easily. All of the archives you create are private by default, so you don't have to worry about sharing with the public unless, of course, you want to. And you can upload any type of file as long as it's made of bits. That means, along with digitized photos and documents, you can also upload audio and video. They convert these files into permanent archival formats upon upload and continue to convert them as technology shifts, so they'll always be accessible. Permanent also has a robust knowledge base, which means you can access tutorials whenever you need to. They also have a free monthly community call. They recently launched a legacy planning option, which I love, to help anyone interested in preserving their legacy to do so. And they stress the importance of context as well as content, and make sure that there are ways for you to share your archives and make sure that you have both. Another aspect I love is their file sharing. You can share your archives with other members, so this is a perfect place for a family archive, as well as other groups like community organizations and small businesses to house their digital archives. I'm using Permanent for my husband's family collection, as well as for my clients. And you can easily add metadata. All files and folders have metadata fields such as name, description, tags, date, and location, which of course is super helpful. And another thing I love about them is their commitment to archival practices, which is really important to me as a professional photo manager. And they've also integrated with Family Search for genealogy, their story for oral histories, Collectionaire for other cloud sites. So if you have content on any of those, it can always be integrated into your permanent archives. Of course, they have an app, which is easy to use and really helpful. So to wrap, I found that Permanent offers more than just cloud storage solutions for legacy photo collections. They really embody a commitment to preserving the memories and fostering community archives. Their nonprofit status underscores their dedication to serving the greater good, which is something no other cloud storage site that I'm aware of is actually doing. And if you haven't had a chance to look at their public archives, please take a moment to do so. They're quite interesting and informative, and it's a really fun rabbit hole if you love history like I do.
Excellent. Thank you. Yes, Permanent is an amazing organization. And I agree with Marcy about their privacy, the fact that they are a nonprofit, their commitment to legacy storytelling. So I definitely recommend that people take a look at Permanent, especially if they're new to you. We've linked their website there so you can learn more. And they have great webinars and also wonderful training. Next up is a company called Mylio, and Susan Wallach is going to share with us why it is that she has fallen in love with Mylio and how she uses Mylio personally and with her clients.
Hi, Kathy. Thanks so much for having me be part of this wonderful panel where we're sharing all our top tools and tips. Mylio was introduced to me a few years ago. I am a certified Mylio consultant, and I have been offering this now to my clients because not only do I use it personally, but I also really, depending on what my customer setups are, highly suggest that they can use this to centralize their photos from all their disparate devices that they may have. So if you're in a family and your husband's Android and your iPhone and maybe you're on a PC, and you just are overwhelmed with the options of, do I do Google Photos, or do I do Amazon Photos, or do I do Apple Photos? It gets really difficult to, manage your photos. And so learning about this product and doing deep dives with the company through their certification has really given me a lot of confidence in knowing that this can work for almost anyone's setup. And it's private, meaning Mylio does not have a cloud where you're storing the photos. It's all on your system. And one of the things that, besides being platform agnostic, which is, just nice, it has a lot of different features. So it's feature rich. The functionality will allow you to choose where you want those backup vaults to be, whether it's an external hard drive, or maybe it's a centralized network attached storage. They call that a NAS. Or maybe you just want that vault backed up using your Google Drive storage because you're already paying for it. So it's flexible in that way. It's private, as I mentioned. Mylio has no access to your photos. You can install it for free on one computer, but you're not really taking advantage of this ability to pull information and photos from multiple devices. You can try their Photo Plus program for free for 30 days. And once you have it installed, there's just an unlimited way that you can sort, ID your information and tag it. One of the organizational tools that everybody's liking is, of course, the facial recognition. So that's at your fingertips. It has a robust keywording option. It also provides smart tags where there's an AI functionality. So if you have, for me, I take a lot of wildlife and nature photos. So it's actually gone in and looked at my images. And if I want to find all of my owl photos, it does a really amazing job finding all those animals and providing me with a quick filter for that. You can also create date-based events. So, if you go out on vacation and you want to easily find that collection of 8 days when you were in Europe somewhere, you can create an event that spans that time, and all those images that were taken during that time frame in your calendar will be available to you very easily. It also provides a lot of organizing, such as if you're an album kind of person or folders. It also has non-destructive photo editing tools, which are similar to Adobe Lightroom and other top software that is out there. And that'll help you to do the color correcting, cropping, and enhancing of your photos so that you can enjoy them. Spaces has recently been launched, and what that is you can identify, for me, I take a lot of photos for my business, whether it's marketing material or whatnot, but I don't necessarily want those images in my calendar. So what I can do is I can define a location that's usually a folder, and I can categorize that folder as a workspace. And so then those images are not also included in my everyday calendar view, which is really nice. I don't want to keep seeing myself sorting through photos necessarily. I want to see the fun trips and things that I've taken. So again, I mentioned the calendar is one way to navigate, and there's another way, which is a world map. So it's kind of fun if your cameras have the ability to capture location data through GPS, like our iPhones and Android phones do today, then you can see around the world where your photos were taken. Another great feature that it released is that you can backdate your images. So I know many of us are scanning old photos. This is a great tool where you can select a bunch of images and backdate them all at one time. You can also upload documents. So if you're doing more like family genealogy or whatever, it will do an OCR on information that are in documents and allow you to, quickly find that information as well. And one last thing, they added direct publishing options to Family Search. And I've seen such an interest after attending Roots Tech that definitely is a plus for those of us that are working diligently to identify our family members and the relationships. Mylio can help with that as well. So those are just a few great reasons why I like Mylio.
All right, thank you. Yes, Mylio is a great tool as well. And we know this may be a lot. As I'm watching us go through this, I thought, yeah, we're telling you all a lot. So this is great. You can come back and listen to this again and again. Also, if you have questions, make sure that if we don't get to them, you can put them in the in this when it's over, and we will come back and answer those questions. That's the beauty of YouTube. It allows us to continue to interact with this conversation here. Next up, we have Hale, who's going to talk to us about Backblaze.
Hi, everyone. Cathi, thank you so much for having me. This is such an important conversation to have. My name is Hale Showa, and I'm the founder of Picturely. We are a photo management studio in Los Angeles, serving clients globally. Today, I'd like to talk to you guys about Backblaze and why I love this tool, which I use for all of my clients. I use it on every computer at work, as well as on our server. So picture this. You've got all these stuff on your computer. You've got photos and documents, basically everything. And now imagine all of that suddenly disappearing. That's pretty scary, right? Because it happens. It has happened to us. It has happened to our clients. And that's where Backblaze swoops in like a digital superhero for you. So Backblaze isn't just an average backup solution. It's like a safety net for all your digital treasures. The way it works is you buy the annual, which is around, I think, $60 or $65, and you install it on your computer. And you basically connect any of your external hard drives to it as well. And in preferences, you set all of that up to backup. And it sort of quietly works in the background to do that for you. It's a safety net for all your digital treasures, whether it's your kids' graduation pictures, that huge project that you're working on for months, and it just does it all sort of in the background. The best part is you don't have to lift a finger because Backblaze it works quietly in the background, making sure everything is securely backed up without you even noticing. So you don't have to worry about losing your files, losing your photos, losing your videos, none of that. So, and for me, the reason why I love it is because it's really affordable and it's pretty straightforward with unlimited storage. So if you have an external hard drive that has 8 terabytes of your family photos on it, it will back that up for the same price, including your computer. So the only thing that you have to be cognizant of is that it will erase the items that it's backed up from the external hard drive if you disconnect the external hard drive. It keeps warning you for about 21 days to make sure that you reconnect it to your computer that's has Backblaze on it. But otherwise, everything is safely secured and backed up in the cloud. And you can just contact them. They have great customer service if you ever need to get anything out of Backblaze. And if you are considering it for your business, it's very easy to set up an FTP via a CyberDuck or a different type and be able to access your files that way, which we've done as well. So bottom line, installing Backblaze isn't just a good idea. It's really a no-brainer. And it's like having a digital guardian angel watching over you, your stuff 24/7. So I don't think you should wait. I think you should get Backblaze. I'm sure they're going to put a link in the comments once this is done. And make sure your digital life is protected, because that is something that can easily, like that, go poof. And I hope that never happens to any of you.
Thank you, Hale. Yes, it's funny. I got a question in an email the other day from all these trainings we do. Somebody was saying, well, why do I need Backblaze if I have Apple Photos? And, and I said, no, just have Backblaze. It's backing, first of all, it's backing everything up in the background. And, it's just like you said, it's peace of mind. Just go ahead and don't even understand all the details. Just, we all recommend it and use it. Right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Hale. Great job. All right. And next up is Sandra Williams, and she's going to talk to us about Forever.
Hi, Cathi. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Sandra Williams, and I'm the founder and owner of Infinity Photo Solutions. We're in the Washington, D.C. area. And we work with a lot of people who are downsizing and wanting to preserve their memories and share them with their families. And we have found that Forever Storage works really well for this. And I'm going to share 5 reasons why. If Rebecca, if you wouldn't mind sharing my slide, just to give you a little visual. So number 1, with Forever, rather than renting space, you actually own it. You don't have to worry about a monthly or annual subscription, and there won't be any defaulting payments on the account if you were to get busy with your life or when you pass. You own the space, and that also means that you get to pass on your legacy. So all the work that you put into preserving your photos and organizing them and adding stories, that gets passed on to future generations. And I invite you to visit the Forever website, where you can learn more about the Forever Guarantee Fund and how Forever can ensure your photos will be preserved and available to future generations. Number 2, Forever Storage offers one tidy place for all of your memories. So your scanned photos, digital photos, important documents, old home movies, even audio files like voicemails that you want to save, they can all be stored together. And when it comes to choosing cloud storage, Forever really floats to the top for me because it's one of the few cloud storage services that actually allows you to save changes to the metadata when you download your files. So what that means is if you add a story to a photo, say of your grandparents about how they met, or maybe you've worked hard to tag your photos within the platform with the names of significant family members. When you download those photos from Forever, that story or those tags will be preserved with the photo. And that ranks pretty high in features for me, since my goal for myself, my family, and my clients is to preserve and pass on photos and stories. Number 3, share it. Forever offers multiple ways to share photos, from a simple link to inviting others to connect with you in your account and view and download your files. Or you can even give management access to people that you want to add photos or stories to your account, or to take over your account when you pass. Number 4 is trust it. I've been in this business for over 20 years, and I have seen a lot of photo management programs that have come and gone during that time, but Forever has really a good track record. And I've been using Forever for my own family and with my clients for almost a decade. Over that time, Forever has continuously added helpful features to the platform, and your files are triple backed up. They're in full resolution with no compression, and there's no data mining or advertisements. So when it comes to stability and privacy, Forever earns a gold star from me. And number 5, love it. My clients love the user-friendly interface and the ease of viewing and sharing. You do not have to be a technical genius to use this platform. My clients also love that Forever offers the ability to create and print photo books, cards, and other items right from within the Forever platform. And they have fabulous customer support via email, chat, and even phone calls with human beings. And last but not least, when you create a Forever account, you get a 2 free gigabytes 2 free gigabytes of storage to try it out. And you get an ambassador like me or another photo manager who can help you get started and answer any questions that you have. So those are some of the reasons why we at Infinity Photo Solutions count on Forever to preserve and share our photos and stories. And you can feel free to contact me if you have any questions about Forever or how we can help you with your photos.
Thank you, Sandra. And I love your background because people could see what the office of a real life photo manager's office looks like. You've got probably lots of
Thank you.
background. And so,
it's right here.
And if you were wondering what a professional photo manager's office might look like, that's your home studio, right? As well? Or
yes, it's my home studio. Yep.
Your home studio, where you probably crept into all the spaces of your own home, right? over the years.
Well, I've had this, it's a large space in our home that's a great space to dedicate to it. And we are able to do all of our organizing and camera scanning here. It's wonderful.
Yeah, great. So thank you, Sandra. Thank you for sharing about Forever. That's another company as well, whose CEO and founder created it in response to his own needs. Like I mentioned, many of these companies have created these products and services based on things that they needed. And we get to be the lucky recipients of getting to know all of them. Many of these companies will be at our conference, which is in just 2 weeks. If you're joining us and you're interested in coming to our conference, it is in Columbus, Ohio. You're welcome to join us even for a day pass. And it may be too far from where you're coming from. We do the conference also virtually, so 4 weeks later. So if you're thinking about becoming a professional photo manager or want to know more, that's always a way to get involved. So nothing is more fun now that we've talked about digital, we've talked about your home movies, we've talked about, keepsake items like Kimberly went through with Artifact. The next part really is all those analog photos that we all have, right? The boxes of photos, the old albums and things like that. So we're going to talk in a minute about ways that you can, what to do with those photos, and then also ways to share them. But I'm going to talk briefly about scanners. So we always get a lot of questions about scanning photos. Personally, I highly recommend that you use a professional photo manager to scan your photos because of the quality that they'll do for you. It's personal work. Many times they will pick up and drop off your photos, or they'll help you package them up correctly. They will assure that they are doing the best possible job. So there's a whole process that, there's one of our members I know says, well, it's kind of like Spirit Airlines, when it's like a race to the bottom sometimes. Don't go for the cheapest concept, because the more that you want, that you really need, the more the price will go up. So make sure that you start with somebody who's going to really walk you through the process. But if you're choosing to do this alone, there is something called the Epson Fast Photo, which is a scanner that you feed photos through. Now, and it's made for the consumer market. I am going to just give you one sense of caution. There has been quite a bit of feedback over the years about it gets dusty and it can leave like dust or things on your photos. So make sure that if you invest in that type of a scanner, that you clean it regularly, that you dust off your photos, wear white gloves, make sure you dust them before you scan them. And don't put it in the same room as your cat, maybe, or your dog, where dandruff and dust will get in there, because it will impact the quality of the photos. But otherwise, many people really enjoy using the Fast Photo as a way to scan their photos. Another one, though, is the Epson V600, which is a flatbed scanner. It also does slides and negatives. Now, it will take more time to put photos on a scanner and wait for it to go. But it's a great handy scanner. It does a really great job. The quality is excellent. And so I really recommend that you consider those scanners. That's not to say that Canon doesn't make a good scanner or there's some other good products out there. We just tend to be an Epson organization. We just tend to recommend the Epson scanners over the years. Some of our members have talked about camera scanning. That really is a very efficient way to scan lots of photos quickly, and also negatives and slides. But we'll talk about that at another time. That would be a step up from what the average consumer is doing with their photos. So that's my little recommendation of Epson. And now we want to talk about digital photo frames. I personally love my digital photo frame made by Nixplay, and Jody Bondi is going to come on right here and talk a little bit about why she loves Nixplay and what she does with her digital photo frames.
Hi, Kathy, and everybody out there. My name is Jody Bondi. I am owner of Hoosier Photo Organizer, located in Indiana, but I'm not originally from Indiana. And this is one of the reasons that Nixplay, to me, is wonderful. My family is mainly in Michigan, but I also have family all over the place. And I've always been that person that had to get the pictures from kids, send them to grandma, get the pictures from somebody else, send them back and forth. And that can be a hassle, right? So when I found Nixplay, it was awesome. My parents kept wanting pictures of our grandkids, their great grandkids in Indiana. And it just got to be tiresome to try to get them. Do I print them? Do I send them in the mail? Send them digitally? Can they open them up on their computer or their phones? And when Nixplay came out, it was a game changer. So what Nixplay does is it has its own email address on this frame, and they come in different sizes. I can text or email pictures to my parents' frame in Michigan, and it shows up. The cool thing is then I bought my husband a frame. It's on the same account. So now if my girls send pictures to one of us, it goes to both of us. So it's eliminated all those problems of trying to get pictures to the right people and everything. The other cool thing is, Rebecca, if you can show my second slide there. So I've got 7 grandchildren, and the girls, they will stand here and watch the pictures as they flash by. This is how they learned who people are in the family. They know their names. The really cool thing is most of my grandkids never got to meet my dad. They see pictures of him on this Nixplay frame, and they all know there's G-Pop. And I love that. And then the next slide, here these 2 girls are seeing themselves. Look at the frame. How cool is that to get to see yourself on the picture frame? And so I just love it. The other cool thing about it is there is a phone app. And so the frame here, and it comes with lots of different frame styles, but the phone app really is a game saver for me because I don't keep photos on my phone. My phone storage is not filled with photos because they either go to my Forever account that Sandra talked about, or they live in my Nixplay frame, and I can delete them. So I never have to worry about losing my phone and losing my pictures because they're automatically on these 2 apps. So when I'm out with people, I can pull up my Nixplay frame that sits at my house, and I can show people all the pictures that my kids have sent me. So I was just looking at my screen here on my phone. Right now, we've got about 2,600 photos in various playlists that just randomly shuffle through on my Nixplay frame. It has a photo sensor, so when we're not in the room, it shuts off. I tell it to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night. And I love that I can do that. All of my kids have frames. Everybody can share photos back and forth. They send them to us in text. Then we just upload them right to my Nixplay frame. So it's probably one of my most favorite tools to use to be able to have all of my pictures right there so that everybody can see and everybody can share and ask questions. You can put captions on the pictures because with 7 grandkids, 6 of them being girls, sometimes you can't tell which one is which as a baby. So I can add names to them as well so that my mom can say, doesn't have to call me and say, who's that a picture of? So Nixplay has been a game changer for me, and I am so happy to share it with other people.
Yes, I bought my husband a Nixplay frame for the first time this year, and we are really enjoying it. Now that I have a grandniece and 2 grandnieces that have moved away, it's really fun to get those photos. I can't wait for them to pop up. And that was adorable of your granddaughters looking in that. And one thing I've been saying this more and more, and I think it's really important that we have learned more and more that phones and screen time for kids is just too much. And most people, I know my nieces and things like that, they want to see a picture as soon as you take a photograph of them, right? They want you to hand you your phone so they can look at it. So for parents who are trying to, I think, manage the amount of screen time their kids see, even though a Nixplay frame is a screen, it's not a phone screen,
Right.
You don't have to worry about social media or different things coming in. I do think it's a wonderful way also to connect children with who the people are in the family, but also people at a distance or in senior centers and things with families that love them. So I also have gotten to know Mark, who is the CEO and founder of Nick's Play as well. He lives in London, but he also created this out of a need for his own family. So again, these are companies that have been created by in response to their own needs. So thank you so much, Jody. I really appreciate your time. And last but not least, Terry Winfield is going to join and talk to us about a company that all of us love and use regularly, and it's called Archival Methods. Hi, Terry.
Hi, Kathy. Thanks to you and your team for putting all this together. It's been kind of a whirlwind, but well worth it. So, Archival Methods is a physical storage solution. And I forgot to say, I'm Terry Winfield. The name of my business is Legacy Photo Services. The first thing you need to know about any storage for physical items is that not all storage solutions are created equal. Even if they say archival, they may not be. So you need to check and make sure that they have passed the photographic activity test. If it's certified with that, then you're good to go. Otherwise, you just don't know if it truly is archival. So the boxes that say archival at the different hobby stores, no, they're not. So stick with anything that has the PAT certification, you're good to go. What I like about Archival Methods is they have a fantastic website, and every product that they have has an application, features, and specs, which includes everything you need to know about that product. That's really very helpful. They have storage for any kind of media, whether it's tapes, slides, negatives, photos, albums, everything. They also have storage for textiles, newspapers, any kind of object, vinyl records, anything you can think of, they have a solution for it. They also, if they don't, if there's one little weird thing, like I have a big family Bible that I'm going to have a custom box made for, and they will do that, which is, for me, a game changer. I know that their product's going to be good. I know it's going to be truly archival, and I can put my precious Bible in there. So the 5 reasons that I really, really like Archival Methods is they do have quality products. They have a great selection. Their customer service is amazing. They ship very quickly. They have a blog, like I said, with all kinds of information, answers a ton of questions, and they also have a YouTube channel. So Rebecca, if I can see my first slide. Thank you. This is just a quick little visual of what you can get at Archival Methods. This is just a basic photo storage box with dividers in it. And next. Okay, my slides aren't advancing. Okay, I don't know how to advance my slides, so you'll just have to go to Archival Methods website and you can see everything there. The photos that I took, with the exception of a couple, are from Archival Methods website. So that's it. That's all I've got. Thank you.
Terry, I know that's always a little nerve-wracking when we're live and things don't work technology-wise. But again, Archival Methods, if you go to the website, they have quite a few. What are you going to do? They have a lot of great products. Again, most of our members, I think everybody, professional photographers, they're out of Rochester, as you mentioned. And again, great company, employ local people, and have been around for many years, and highly recommend that you check it out. They also have a great resource of information. So thank you very much, Terry, for your time today. All of you that have joined us, we've come, we did good. We were hoping we could get this in an hour. So these, again, were the essential tools that photo managers use with their clients, but they're things that you can also use with your own, for your own business, and I mean, also for your own family photos. If you'd like to start organizing photos and think you might want to do it as a business, we also have something called Photo Manager in Training, which we're going to link there. It's a new program we started in January. We have over, I think, 60 or 70 people join. It's a 1-year program where we'll walk you through the process of organizing your photos from start to finish, analog and digital. And throughout that time, you'll learn to decide, is this something you want to do for other people? The good news is all of these companies that we recommended offer our members pretty steep discounts because they are, we have a great relationship with them. So you would also be able to get some significant savings on many of these products if you join us either as a professional or as a photo manager in training. I'm also going to make sure that we're going to get the list of all these companies and the professionals who recommended them, so you can get to know their businesses, go to their websites, and links and things. We'll have that on a PDF, which will be in the show notes probably in the next week or so. We'll make sure that we have that there. So check back if you would prefer to just quickly get a PDF, and so that you can go and examine and learn more about all these businesses. So again, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you again to all those professional photo managers who jumped on here. This is not something everybody does every day, doing YouTube live events. So it's thank you for jumping in and saying yes. We will be back again next month. We'll be talking about scanning and different topics around that, which is of high interest to people. So every month we will be bringing you different guest topics. So thanks everybody. And we're really glad that you joined us today. Bye-bye.